Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Chilla Rack. How are you all doing today? So I'm super excited that I was able to make this stuff without stress. Unlike when I wanted to make it during my live session and I realized that I wasn't comfortable and my camera placements was not really okay. So I decided to just stop the whole thing and then film this video separately and then explain it proper for you guys to understand. Okay, so yeah, I did it. So if this is something that you're interested on, keep on watching. If you're seeing my channel for the first time, thank you so much. My name is Julia Rack, and if you're my returning subscriber, you already know me. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. I'm so happy that I'm going to be showing you how to make this top. And this top is something that you can also add to your ready wear collection. If you're into selling a ready wear collection, this is a perfect choice that you can add to your collection, okay? So I'm going to be showing you a step by step how to go about it, how to take your measurement. You have two measurements to make this top, the round bust circumference and the length of the top, and the fabric I use here is cotton material, okay? And I used a 1.5 yard of fabric, but I didn't use it all though. But 1.5 yard is okay for this top. So let's get started. So here is me. I'm going to be showing you how to take the measurement that you'll be needing, okay? Like I said, you need two measurements, okay? Where you want your top to be, the length of your top, and where you want it to start from. Like you see where my tape is, okay? That is where I want my top to start from. So I'm going to be taking this measurement all the way from my chest line to my underbust, okay? Find the point where you want your top to start, and then you're going to be taking that measurement all the way from there to your underbust, okay? So from my chest line to my underbust is 6 inches. All right, let me come closer so that you can see it. You see that? 6 inches. Okay. So the next measurement now is my round bust circumference. And again, find the largest part of your chest. Either your upper chest can be bigger than your bust or your bust is bigger, whichever one that you find out that is bigger. Then place your tape down that part and take your measurement. So my bust is the largest part of my upper part. So yeah, my round bust circumference is 34 inches. Okay, so basically that is the measurement that we'll need. So for the sleeve is optional. You can decide to make long sleeve or decide to make a short sleeve. At this time, you take the measurement you want, okay? So let's proceed. On my table here, I have my fabric that I'm going to be using. Okay, I've already cut out the measurement. I already take the measurement and cut out. So, but I still just want to enlighten you again for you to see the measurement I use, okay? The length of my top is 10 inches, okay? And this part where I mark 1.5, there is where the upper part is going to be, and the 2 inches is where the lower part is be, okay? Because I want the lower part to the ruche from the lower part to be more bigger than the upper part. So that is why you see I took that 1.5 inches and the 2 inches below, okay? So now I need to determine the width of my top. I already know how many inches it is, but I'm still going to put you through. And how I come about with the width of my top is that my round bust circumference plus 8 inches. So how full you want your gather to be now is going to determine the additional inch they're going to add. So I have 42 inches in total, 34 plus 8 inches, so it gives me 42 inches, okay? So if you want yours to be that full, then you can just approximate it to 10 inches to have more fuller on it, okay? So here you have two options. Either you create a elastic channel where you are going to pass your strap on, or you can just cut a long two rectangle like this, your round bust plus 8 inches, and then stitch it close. So the video you saw before now is the two option. Okay, the option that you can just decide to just use your bias and create a channel for your strap, or you can just use the method I'm going to be using on this tutorial, okay, by joining the two pieces together, then create a elastic channel, no, a strap channel. Okay, so this is my strap. I'm going to be cutting out 2 inches by 56 inches. Okay, this is how long I want my strap to be, and it's going to be times 2. All right, so it depends how long you want your strap to be, and also your ram bus going to determine how long you want your strap. If you're this person who have a bigger bus, so you're going to be multiply your ram bus by 2. Okay, multiply your ram bus by 2. That should be more than enough. Okay, so if your bus is like 38 or 36, then you can multiply it by 2 so that you can get the length of your strap. So this is my 2 sleeves. Okay, this is my 2 pieces that I'm going to be using represent as my sleeves. Okay, so the width of my sleeves is I'm going to be marking 28 inches. All right, because I don't want it to be extremely full, just like you already saw from the thumbnail and the video you saw before now. So the sleeve is not really that full. So if you want your sleeve to be like that, in fact, I'm going to put the picture again so that you can see it. Okay, this is a picture on the screen. So if you want your sleeve to be like that, then mark 28 inches by 8 inches. Okay, but if you want it more fuller, you can just approximate it to 30 inches or 35 inches. 35 inches I think is more than enough. So this is where my 28 inches is. This 28 inches is together with my joining allowance. Okay, my sewing allowance is including. So by the time I'm going to minus or 0.5 from the both sides to join it together, yeah, I should have, at the end of the day, I should have 7 inches in total. Okay, right now the pieces is being folded into 2. So once I'm done cutting out this excess here that I don't want, then I'm going to separate the rest of the pieces. Like you see me, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to be separating it right now. Okay, please, if you're not understanding my explanation, rewind this again, because at some point I'm going to be fast forwarding it, because even though if I fast forward it, you're still going to get the information that you're looking for. If you feel like it's too fast forward, you can play it on a normal play. Okay, you have the option to do that. All right, so I'm struggling to separate them. So yeah, so even though if I'm even fast forwarding it, but still. So when you're done, it's going to look like, so you fold it back towards like this. You add your elastic by the both side, and then you have your cute puffy sleeves for your top. So now we are on the sewing machine. So we are going to start by joining here. First of all, I need to pin it down. Okay, guys, please, you need to pay attention here, because I made a mistake here. Okay, so I made a mistake. When I realized my mistake, I have to do some adjustment, but please pay attention here. Okay, you will see when I get to that point. If you skip this video, you will miss out so many information, because there are some information here that you don't need to skip. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I'm joining my 2 tops together. That is the 2 long rectangle together, so that I can form my top. So I made a mistake here. I was not supposed to close down the whole space. Okay, at the upper part, I was supposed to have some opening where my strap is supposed to pass, but I stitch it all closed. But later on, when I realize it, I have to lose it again. So this part that you see me try to fold, okay, this is what I was supposed to do before. I was supposed to fold this in first before I stitch this thing. remember this top, I just saw the picture on Pinterest, okay? I saw the picture on Pinterest, not the video. So I did not have any single idea how they made it. So when I watched the video very closely and I realized how the passage of the strap is, that is when I now figured, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. So me right now, I'm trying to lose the part that I've already sewed so that I can fold in this part once, like you see me doing, okay? I fold in once like that, then I will stitch it close. So the reason why I did this was for you to have that clean finish, professional finish from the inside, okay? Because we are going to leave some opening where the strap is going to go through. You don't want to have it look so rough inside when the strap come out from there and then it's going to shoot out. You want it to look very well ready-made, okay? So this is why you need to do this. That is why I said don't skip, because if you skip, you're going to miss some very important message that you are not supposed to miss, okay? So right now I'm trying to lose the I've already finished the other side, and also I also do the same thing from the other part, okay? So right now I'm going to be taking my measurement. I'm taking the measurement from marking my 1 inch, okay? I already take out a 0.5 already by joining the both sides together, right? So right now I'm marking 1 inch from that part where the 0.5 inch is, so that that is where it's going to give me the guideline to mark in the 0.75 where my elastic channel is going to be. So from this part where I'm doing my marking now, okay, please pay attention here. This part here, I mark 0.75, okay, 0.75. All right, that is where my stitching is going to start from. So from that last line, I'm going to be taking I'm supposed to mark 1.5, so I still repeat the same thing. So now I correct it. So I mark my 1.5. That is where my 1.5 is. From that, the last line, I mark 0.75. Okay, so I'm going to stitch it from this last line from there, to the end to where my 0.5 is. Okay, please pay attention here. All right, pay close attention here. So the part where I lose, I'm sewing it back again. So I'm going to stitch from there and I'm going to stop there. Okay, I'm going to move forward again. I'm going to start stitching again from that last line. Okay, from that last line, please pay attention. From that last line, okay, I'm going to start stitching from that last line again, back stitch, and then I'm going to stop at this last line again. All right, see where I'm marking my pen, please pay attention here. Then I back stitch for that place, and then I'm going to continue again for this last line, okay? Then I'm going to stitch it from that part there, and then that is it. So now I can now close this one now, okay? So I'm going to move on to the other edge, okay? So this edge here, you really need to pay attention here, because I mark the same thing what I did, okay? Always remember where your upper part is going to be, where you mark your 1 inch, so that you don't mistakenly mark a 1.5 inch from the upper part and then mark 1 inch thinking that is the same thing, since you're going to turn it, okay? So I'm confirming my measurement so that I will not make mistake. All right, so that 1 inch that I mark, so that is where I'm going to be working. So I'm going to mark that same 1 inch from here, okay? I mark 1 inch, I mark 0.75, and then fast forward to here, also mark 1.5 and then 0.75, okay? So from that part where I mark that line there, I'm going to be leaving an opening of 2.5 inches so that I can bring out my top out, okay? I'm going to stop there at the last line and then move ahead to the last line, okay, where the 0.75 is. Okay, I'm going to start joining from that part, okay? From that part there, I'm going to stop. My thread finish, so I have to fix it. So you see this part, I left 2.5 inches, Okay, this is where I mark 2.5 inches from there, and then I'm going to proceed by stitching it, and I'm going to stop at that last line and I continue just like I did on the other side, and that is it. I hope you understand all this explanation. I'm sorry I'm fast forwarding it, but I think it's something that if you follow up, you should be able to understand what I'm doing, or you can just play it back on a normal play. It's just that you won't understand. I'm actually tired, like talking, and that is why I'm fast forwarding it. Okay, but if you feel like it's not that well explained, play it back on a normal play so that you can understand it proper. All right. So now this is my sleeves. I'm going to be folding the edge in with 0.5. I supposed to iron this before I join it, but man, the light, I don't have light right now. I have inverter and I'm trying to manage it so that I can finish this tutorial. I will do my ironing when there is light. Okay, so if I on my iron now, the inverter is going to go down. So now I'm trying to fold. I'm folding my sleeve, the edge of my sleeves, so that I can have a clean finish from the inside. Okay, so I have already weaved the edges, so that is why I fold in once. But if you don't have an overlocking machine, please don't fold in once, fold in twice, okay? But since I have an overlocking machine, so I overlock it, and that is why I'm able to just fold in once and stitch it, okay? So whatever thing that I'm doing here, I'm also going to repeat it for the other part of my sleeves, okay? So yeah, that is basically it. So we are going to head to the ironing table now so that we can turn out before we turn it out, I need to trim off all this unwanted since there is no light. Oh, voila, I have a light after some few minutes. So yeah, I have the opportunity now to iron my top. Okay, so I'm turning it out from that part where I left with 0.5. I left with 2 inches, 2.5 inches, sorry. Okay, so I'm done, done. Everything is okay now. I finished stitch my strap. So now I'm turning it to the right side. Okay, so if you haven't seen when I have done this tutorial, you need to check out on my Miku made top tutorial that I made recently. I show you how you make your strap. Okay, so I'm going to be leaving the link down below so that you can go and check it out. Also, that one also is a very nice tutorial and a very nice top. Okay, you can also check it out if it's something that you want to. All right, so I've already done bringing out the other strap. So this is the last one. So once I'm done this, I need to iron it. So yeah, this is me struggling, trying to bring it out. Ah, God, guys, I'm actually tired. This is like 11 something or 12 already. So I'm so feeling sleepy though. But yeah, I have to do this. So my strap is ready, and I'm going to cut out my elastic for my sleeves. Okay, I'm marking 11 inches. Okay, 11 inches, that is the length of my elastic, and I need 4. Okay, I need 4 of it. So I'm going to use the first one that I cut out and use it to measure for the rest of the 4. Okay, just like you see me doing. Okay, so right, that is basically it. And now it's time to work on the sleeves. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking the measurement so that I can also create a channel where my elastic is going to go through. Okay, so remember you kept 1 inch from the upper part, right, and the 1.5 from the lower part. So that is same thing I'm doing here for the sleeve. So you want everything to be equal. Okay, I'm going to be marking 1.5 from the lower part and also 1 inch for the upper part. Okay, so you choose between any side that you feel like you want to use as the upper part of your sleeves and the lower part of your sleeves. So that is what I just did. So I'm going to continue this marking so that I can have an accurate line. Okay, so I'm going to be marking it down all the way to the bottom part of my sleeve, like you see me doing. Okay, I'm going to be doing it side by side, so please pay attention to here. So because this is where my elastic channel is going to go through, I'm going to show you how I created the channel. Okay, so once I'm done, I'm going to get my pattern master to draw out these lines that I marked. So with this straight line now that I'm marking, is going to help me as a guideline when I'm going to place in my bias. Okay, so make sure you do this once if you mark out the lines, and then you draw out this line so that it will help you give you a straight clean finish lines. Okay, so this is my bias I'm going to be using. Okay, I'm going to head to my sewing machine now. Okay, I'm going to place it like that. From that line, I'm going to start stitching it all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the same thing to the other side of my sleeve. So whatever thing I'm doing here, I'm going to be doing it also for my other sleeve. Okay, so now let's head to the machine and let's start joining them. Okay, though I have already finished joining, I have finished this one completely. Okay, I'm going to show you what I did. All right, so I'm going to grab this one. Also, I have joined it but not complete. As you can see, it's not all complete, so I've already joined it one side. Okay, so you're going to make sure you're going to join it very close to the edge. Okay, make sure you join it very close to the edge. All right, take your time on this part because before I get used to this bias, it took me time when I was still a learner. Okay, when I was still a beginner, it took me time for me to uh how a proper way to stitch this thing, stitch this bias without having it shift or stitching very close to the bodies while I was not supposed to. Okay, so I'm done, and yes, I hope my explanation is okay. Oh, please let me know on the comment section. Like I said, you can play it on a normal play if you don't understand it, okay? And let me know on the comment section if you understand what I'm explaining. If you get it right, the only way I'm going to know that you get this thing right is when I see your recreation. Okay? Okay. So now I'm going to be working on my main bodies now. Okay, remember those opening that I left before, right? Yeah, we are going to stitch very close to that opening. Okay, we're going to stitch from that open because I already take the measure. I already mark it. Okay, I already mark it out. So now I'm going to start stitching it. Remember, the lower part is 1.5 inches. Okay, the lower part is 1.5 inches and the upper part is 1 inches. Okay, so now I'm stitching direct to this line that I drew out where I mark my 1.5 inches. That is where I'm stitching right now. Okay, so the same thing I'm doing here, I'm going to, once if I'm done completing this line, okay, once I'm done completing this line, and make sure you're not you are not closing the part where your channel need to go in. Okay, just like you see mine, I did not close the channel. Okay, so I stitch away from the part where my that space is. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to also stitch exactly that 0.75 that I kept as the allowance for my channel to go through. Okay, I'm going to start stitching it from that part so that I can create a channel for my strap. So that is what I'm going to do. Please be careful when you're stitching. Don't stitch it to your stitch very close, okay, so that your channel or your strap can go in easily without you forcing it, okay. So that is what I'm doing. I'm not fast forwarding it here. That I want you to also see the process here before I start fast forwarding. Okay, sorry about that. Just that ah talking for like almost 25 minutes now non-stop. It's really crazy, But so you see that opening right there? I'm going to stitch it all the way to that part, not to the middle, okay? You're going to stitch it and stop where the 0.75 mark stop, okay? That is what I'm doing right now. And then I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other side of my top, okay? So that's the same thing I'm going to do on the other part, right? So guys, my top is ready, so let's work on the sleeves, okay? So here is my sleeves, and I've already done the second one, so it's time to fix in my elastic channel, to fix in the elastic to the channel that I created using bias, okay? So I'm fitting in my elastic using needle, okay? The hand needle. That is what I'm using. So this is the second sleeve that I have done off camera. So yeah, I'm going to show you a step by step on how I get it done like that, okay? First, I'm going to fix in my elastic channel so I can I'm going to fix in the two of the elastic channel here, okay? So guys, at this point, you're still on my channel and you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please, what are you still waiting for? Subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. If this video have been of help to you, give this video a thumbs up and also help me share the video, okay? And thank you so much for watching. All right, to this moment, thank you so much. So what I'm doing here is my sleeve. I have finished taking out, fixing in the the elastic, so I'm going to start joining it with 0.5-inch allowance, okay? So I'm creating my sleeves now, okay? So please, when you get to the part where the elastic is, make sure you backstitch like 2 times so that you secure your sleeve, so that you not lose at the long run or at the long run where you're using it, okay? So I have done with the sleeve, so now I'm going to be working on the bodies, okay? So I need to find the midpoint of my top, just like you see me doing, okay? I fold in twice, okay? So I still need to fold in twice again, but before then I'm going to be taking the measurement to find the midpoint of my top, okay? Just like you see me doing, I fold in twice, right? So I'm going to find the midpoint of this top so that I can create from that midpoint. Now it's going to automatically become the side of my top. As you can see, this top is just a very long strap, right? So since it's just a very long strap and you need to create a side where you can fit in your sleeve. Okay, so this is what I'm doing right now. So I have found the midpoint, so I'm going to measure that part and then replace that measurement to the upper part like so. And make sure you make sure that you're using the right part, because my upper part I kept allowance of 1 inch, all right? Not allowance, that where the ruche is going to start is 1 inch, okay? So the lower part is 1.5. So what I just did, I mark 1.75 in between those line, okay? Where I mark the midpoint of my where I mark the side. Okay, from this part now I'm going to transfer this line now back to the other side, just like you see me doing. As you can see, I did not fast forward this. Okay, I did not. So now I'm going to turn my sleeves. Okay, I'm going to turn my sleeve to the right side so that I can face my sleeve to my top. Okay, so just like you see me doing, I'm going to flip it over to the right side. So where I'm going to start joining is the part where I sew. Okay, that part that I sewn, that is where I'm going to use. I'm going to place it to that line where I mark. Okay, for that midpoint where I marked before. Remember, I'm marking midpoint. Okay, and then you're going to find the part where you know is going to be the outside. So now you're now placing the right side facing the right side. So wherever side that you choose at this moment is going to become your right side and the wrong side. Okay, so I'm going to pin it like so that I can now join it. All right, so make sure you pin. Okay, but if you can control your sleeves and your top without it moving around, then fine. But me, I want to secure mine so that I will have a accurate placement, because if you ever make any mistake, shift it to another side, it's not going to align together. Okay, so make sure you follow this process. If you follow the process that I show, you should be able to have something looking like this. Okay, so I'm going to start by joining it very close. It doesn't matter how many inches, you can just join it with 0.25. That should be enough to secure your sleeve to your top together. Okay, so whatever thing I'm doing here, I'm going to do it on the other side of my sleeves. All right, so guys, we are coming to the end of this tutorial. I have done stitch all my sleeve to my top. Okay, so now my top is ready. I'm going to go and get my my straps, and I'm going to fix in my strap. Okay, so that is basically it. Thank you so much, guys. I so much appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for clicking on that red button. That give me more encouragement to continue putting out my own knowledge where I learned from. Okay, thank you so much, guys. So this is the end of this is it. This is the result. Okay, so this is how cute it looks. Like when I done with this top, I couldn't get over it. Like, this is the first time I'm trying this pattern because I haven't done it before. So I'm looking forward to do this. Even though on my ready wear collection, this is going to be my number one ready-made collection. Okay, so you can also add it to your own ready-to-wear collection if you're into business. Okay, trust me, this will sell for you. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for watching.